Hey guys, I am doing another sorrel fruit cake, but this time I am not using the petals. I am using the juice from the petal. There it is. That's my fruits. My fruits has been stewed, and you know it is packed with vitamin, mineral, calcium, iron, everything you can think of. So I'm gonna go ahead now and blend my fruits. But listen guys, I'm gonna use the sorrel juice to blend my fruits. I'm doing this sorrel cake a little different from the first one that I did. So I'm gonna walk you through this journey and let's see how this one turned out. So guys, these are my baking ingredients that I am going to use. This is my fruit puree that I have blended with the sorrel juice, my baking paper that I'm going to put in the bottom of my baking tin so that the bottom of my cake don't burn. So these are all the ingredients. My eggs, I remove my egg eyes. I don't use the egg eye. As you know, it makes your cake raw. Lemon, I'm going to use this lemon also. All right guys, so I'm gonna list in the description box every ingredients that I use so that you guys can follow and go ahead and make your own sorrel fruit cake. And this is bad boy rum. You know, when you're baking you have to have this, right? These are the two bad boys: Red Label wine and the Ray and Nephew white rum. Right, you need to have those two bad boys at hands. I promise you the last time that I'm going to show you how to grease your tin, your baking tin, if you don't have your baking paper right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The next thing is I am using a bigger container because I'm making more sorrel fruit cake than before. The next thing is I am using, as you can see, food coloring, red food coloring. I'm going to use some of this, but this is optional guys, so you don't have to use it if you don't want to use that. Okay, remember to take out your butter from overnight. Your butter should be room temperature. All right, and when you're creaming your butter and sugar, remember to use your spatula to just scrape the side of your container each time so that everything can cream out perfectly. So guys, I'm about to put my sorrel cake in the oven. So these are my tin that I am going to use, but I had told you guys that I'm going to show you what else can you use instead of your baking paper. If you don't have your baking paper, to put in the bottom of your baking pan after you have greased your baking pan. If you don't have the baking paper to put in it to prevent the cake from burn, you can use, there's another option, you can use some flour. So I am going to show you how you use the flour to base it after you had greased your baking pan. All right, so stay along with me, let me show you. So you put some flour in your baking pan and you do like this. Do not use your finger as how you use your finger to base it with the butter. You just keep turning and knocking your baking pan. So this is the next option that you can use if you don't have your baking paper, right? You get all of the flour running around the baking pan. And so you just continue to do this. So this is the next option, guys. Prevent your cake from burn. All right, look at that. And whatever leave, you just throw it away. Whatever leave in your baking pan, you just throw it away. All right, guys, remember you don't fill up your baking pan too much. You leave room for the cake to rise. So we're gonna leave it right there. So you give it room for it to rise. Do not fill up your baking pan too much. So that's that. You leave that right there. Enough room for it to rise. About 1/2 inch. Leave 1/2 inch. Because you don't want the cake to rise, your fruit cake to rise and then pulping out, you know. You have to leave space for it to rise, guys. So that is our sorrel fruit cake. Going in the oven right now as we speak. Then I've not. So I'm about to put my sorrel fruit cake in the oven now, guys. In order to get your cake level and thing, you give it a little tap, you know. Give it a little tap. You do like this. In order to get it level, you give them a little tap. Spin it around. So we have here 5 fruit cakes. And the sorrel fruit cake. So guys, our sorrel cake is finished. So I'm removing it from the oven. Squeaky clean, guys. So you know this is finished. That's how you test your cake. Once the knife come out clean. So guys, I just mix these two bad boys together. I just put like a cork full of the rum. Less rum, more wine. But if you're a rum person, you can use more rum. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put this on my cake. You want to do that while your cake is hot. If you have red wine, you can go ahead and use it. If you don't have the red label wine, you can go ahead and use your red wine. I bake these at 350 degree. So this is our sorrel fruit cake. All right, so that's it for those cake. I'm gonna leave them now to cool.